Join me as I dive into Philippians 4:19 and challenge myself to see if I can truly find everything I need when I rely on God. In a world where uncertainty seems to be the only constant, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that our needs are never truly met. But what if I told you that there's a promise in the Bible that says God will provide everything you need? Yeah, it sounds too good to be true, but stick with me and let's dive deeper into Philippians 4:19. We've all been there, lying awake at night, worrying about how we're going to pay the bills or put food on the table. We've all felt the weight of inadequacy, wondering if we're doing enough to provide for ourselves and our loved ones. We've all experienced the anxiety that comes with feeling like we're not enough. And if I'm being honest, these feelings can be overwhelming at times. But what about the emotional support we need? We've all been in situations where we felt like we were walking alone, where it seemed like no one understood what we were going through. We've all craved the kind of connection that makes us feel seen and heard. And when we don't get that, it can be suffocating. We've all been there, feeling like we're stuck in a never-ending cycle of worry and doubt. But what if I told you that there's a way to break free from that cycle? What if I told you that God is willing and able to meet all of our needs, no matter how big or small they may seem? Philippians 4:19 says, "And my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus." This verse isn't just a feel-good phrase, it's a promise. It's a declaration that God is committed to providing everything we need, not just some things, not just most things, but everything. And this promise isn't just limited to our financial needs, it encompasses every area of our lives. So what does it mean for God to meet our needs? Does it mean that he's going to drop a bunch of money in our laps or give us a magic solution to all of our problems? No, it means that he's going to provide exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. It means that he's going to guide us, direct us, and equip us to face whatever challenges come our way. In a world that's full of uncertainty, this promise is like a breath of fresh air. It's a reminder that we're not alone, that we're not left to figure everything out on our own. It's a declaration that God is with us, that he's for us, and that he's working everything out for our good. I want to share a story with you that illustrates this verse in action. I have a friend who was going through a tough time, struggling to make ends meet and feeling like she was all alone. But she refused to give up on God's promise to provide. She kept praying, kept trusting, and kept believing that God was going to meet her needs. And you know what? He did. He provided for her in ways she never could have imagined, and he gave her a sense of peace and comfort that surpassed understanding. This is what it means to live a life that's fully reliant on God. This is what it means to trust in his promise to provide. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. Because when we trust in God's provision, we open ourselves up to a life of freedom, a life of peace, and a life of purpose. So let's recap what we've learned today. God's promise to provide is not just a nice phrase, it's a reality that we can experience every day. It's a promise that he's committed to meeting all of our needs, no matter how big or small they may seem. And it's a reminder that we're not alone, that we're not left to figure everything out on our own. If you have an experience of how God has provided for you in a significant way, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you want to check out more videos on faith and provision, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.